Hello and welcome to an update on the motorized bike 49cc. It did have a shift kit at one point. If you've seen my previous videos, then you would notice that the shaft going from here to here and going down to the crank to spin these gears is no longer there, and the reason for that is I kept going through these shafts. So as you can see, that one, it's not too great. It actually almost completely sheared off on one of my rides, and that was the third one. So wasn't looking to buy another one and spend another $60 on a shaft. So what I ended up doing was I got a whole new pulley system, and the reason why I didn't reuse the old one is the old one was a 20 to 100 tooth belt drive. This is a 20 to 80, so the ratio is a little bit different. And then I have a 10 gear back here and a 40 gear back here that I got from MBrebel, as well as this wheel I got from MBrebel. I got this tire from my local bike shop. That's the recent change I've done to the front here. I've added a hydraulic disc brake. Runs all the way down. This caliper. The wheel's a little, the rim at least is a little thin, but it's fine. I did a 50-mile ride on it the other day and it turned out to be absolutely fantastic. The disc brake, I tell you, disc brakes are well worth the money. Hydraulic disc brakes may cost you $100, $200 to get one set for just the front or the back, maybe $300 for front and rear. I tell you, it is 100% worth it. And oh, the exhaust. I did have this attached to here, and I cut it. This is pretty heavy, and it also is pretty restrictive. This little hole here is a lot smaller than the inlet hole, and it is a 4-stroke, so I don't really need that resonator chamber or anything like that like on a lot of 2-strokes. So it's going to be a little louder, but it fell off on my ride. This bolt came loose and I lost it. I had to put a new one in there. So, you know, it wasn't too unbearable, especially with the helmet that I used. It's almost a full facial, but it covers up the ears pretty good, so I don't really have to worry about noise all too much. And it wasn't really all that bad in the first place. So another change that I did, even though I don't need it, is I have this heavy, ultra heavy duty free hub for the front. Just the simple fact that I could have this lined up and back all the way back here, and I didn't have to change out the entire bottom bracket assembly just to get, or even just the arms to the pedals, because the sprocket's quite far back to keep it lined up. And it actually, in this configuration, it is a lot easier to pedal than the previous configuration. I was actually quite surprised on how easy it was to pedal. The bearings from MBrebel and the hub back there was actually not that smooth, because it was a lot of, well, no grease back there actually when I got it, and I greased it up and I adjusted the tightness of the cone nuts, and it spins fantastic. So that might be a reason why I have a lot easier time pedaling as well. Maybe that's also the fact that I'm not pedaling a whole bunch of extra sprockets, gears, the shaft, and then, you know, this, when this spins, this doesn't. So there's that, and I'm not pedaling a big shaft either. So that's the update about the bike. This total gear ratio is 16 to 1, and it does about 35 miles an hour, just close to 40 almost, if I can get. Depends on how far I want to push the engine. The engine's got plenty of puff, it's just I don't want to blow it up. Alright, thanks for watching.